Once upon a time, in the year 1882, in the rocky blue mountains of the Rif, in what is today northern Morocco, a baby boy named Abd al-Krim was born. His village stood high above the Mediterranean Sea, where Amazigh farmers grew olives and kept goats on steep hillsides. When Abd al-Krim was still young, the world was changing. In 1912, two powerful countries, France and Spain, decided to divide Morocco between themselves. The Spanish army took control of the Rif region, building forts and demanding obedience from the people. The Rif people were not used to living under anyone's command. They had defended their mountains for centuries. Abd al-Krim watched carefully. He learned Arabic, Tamzight, and Spanish. He worked for a time with the Spanish so he could understand how they thought. Then, when he saw their plans to take full control, he chose to resist. In 1921, the Spanish sent a large army to crush the Rif. But Abd al-Krim knew the mountains better than any general. He used narrow passes, cliffs, and surprise attacks to protect his land. In July 1921, at the Battle of Annual, his fighters defeated more than 20,000 Spanish soldiers. It was one of the greatest defeats of a European army in Africa. News traveled across the world. Newspapers in Europe and America wrote, "A mountain people defeated an empire." After this great victory, Abd al-Krim did not try to act like a king. Instead, he founded the Rif Republic in 1923, a small independent government where people would rule themselves with justice and dignity. The European powers were angry. In 1925, Spain and France joined forces. They brought over 400,000 soldiers, airplanes, and heavy shells. They even dropped poison gas on villages and forests in the Rif. One of the first times chemical weapons were used in Africa. The Rif fighters were brave, but they were few. They fought for 5 long years, from 1921 to 1926, against 2 giant armies. When Abd al-Krim saw that the enemy planned to destroy entire villages to break the resistance, he made a painful decision. In 1926, to save his people, he surrendered. He was sent far away to Reunion Island in the Indian Ocean. Years later, he moved to Egypt, where he lived until 1963, the year of his death. He never returned to the Rif, but his story traveled without him. Across Africa and Asia, young freedom fighters read about Abd al-Krim. They learned that even a small nation can stand up to a powerful empire if it has courage and wise leadership. Many later leaders of liberation movements called him their teacher from afar. Where is the Rif today? The Rif is still part of Morocco today. It stretches across the Mediterranean coast and includes cities such as al-Hokeima, Nador, Tetuan, and Chefchaouen. People still speak Rifian Tamazight and remember the mountain lion who defended their dignity. Moral of the story: dignity is worth defending, even when the world believes you are too small to matter. The end.